I just want to give my thoughts on the Lakers and their loss last night. In 5, in my mind, I've created that my dog is a Lakers fan, Sadie. So I was talking crap to her today. I was like, child support, Lou Dort, divorce court, Lakers in 5. Like, because all the Laker fans are upset. It feels weird to do that with Shannon wherever he is now. But the Lakers lost. And this morning, I think the reaction to the Lakers losing, it's not overall shock. I think that the Timberwolves beat them. The Timberwolves proved to be the better team. I don't like the criticism at JJ Redick. I don't like how people expect this. We are so fixed on immediate results. Luka joined the Lakers in January, late January, I think, if I'm not mistaken, right around the Super Bowl. Yeah, it was the dead week in between AFC, NFC Championship and the Super Bowl. And the team clearly could have used a big. They did not acquire one. There was the Mark Williams deal that fell through. It's believed folks like Brian Windhorst and guys who know much more than me and women who know much more than me, that the Lakers didn't punt on this year. You can't afford to do that with LeBron at this phase in his career, but they certainly didn't go all in as far as finding a big that would be able to – hold on for a second. This annoys me. Tony.
I'm going to start saying he's over the stove, dude.
You like that? He's over the stove? Tony, we're on the pizza.
He's playing with fire.
Hold on. I'm in the middle of the Pete Souza show right now, so can I call you after?
Call me back, yeah.
How come you guys call me? Nobody listens to the show, huh? You, Murph, my brother, everybody calls me.
I listen.
All right, you're on the air. All right, great. That's Tony Aiden, folks. Tony, I'll call you later. By the way, top scorer in the Philadelphia Catholic League in 1995. That's a big-time league, too. Rob Wright played in that league. Tony Hayden, one of the best hoops players that I talk to at least every day. Definitely the best hoops player I talk to just about every day. So the JJ Redick thing and the Luka thing and the microwave generation, or the microwave kind of type of fandom that we all have. We want it to happen right now. We want JJ Redick to be Pat Riley. We want LeBron and Luka to be, Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, or Kobe and Shaq, or whatever you want to compare it to. And that's just not reality. JJ Redick is in his first year ever as a head coach. He was nervous last night. Reggie Miller talked about it a couple times on the broadcast, just how shot out of a cannon JJ Redick was before the game. And we saw his interaction with that reporter, where the reporter asked him a question about whether or not he would lean on his assistant coaches. Redick was way aggressive in his return, and it wasn't much of a volley, basically, as it was Redick just dunking on the reporter and then leaving the press availability before a game. And I don't think that's anything that he planned out. I think it was nerves. And I think that's a window into the state of him right now and his process and journey as a head coach. And the team, I think that's him knowing that they probably don't have what they would need to beat the Timberwolves, right? I mean, he's not a dummy. And you're on the clock with LeBron. There's no question. But also, too, watching LeBron last night, the word that comes to mind is lumber. LeBron is starting to lumber up and down the court. And he's still able to hit some big buckets early in the game. But then late in the game, in the fourth quarter, he was terrible, just ineffective. I don't know whether he ran out of gas or who knows what's going on with that guy's body. A lot of tread on the tires. And I went to, it's funny, right? Our news cycle is so crazy now and with doing this show, I'm constantly thinking about what are we going to talk about tomorrow? What interests me? What will interest people at home? What's going to be the topic of the day? And as I was going to bed last night, I was watching the game, I was like, oh yeah, tomorrow there's going to be a tidal wave of Lakers content. Significant, insignificant, fiction, nonfiction. LeBron, is he leaving? Is he staying? All of this stuff. I thought, oh yeah, the Lakers are going to lose, and this is going to be a whole thing. And now we're in the middle of that whole thing, and I don't think I don't begrudge what I said earlier. I did believe the Lakers were going to win. I did believe it was an overreaction after they lost Game 1. I was wrong, not the first time. I also do believe that the Lakers are going to be better next year. I think that they'll have to get to work in the offseason. I don't know. I don't like people saying, because I believe, you want to talk to Bates, MJ, LeBron, you could say Jordan would have never had a game like that. I heard Adam Shine say it this morning, Shine on Sports, right? But that, to me, I throw that, it's like, well, MJ didn't play till he was in his 40s, LeBron's career, wire to wire, is like nothing we've ever seen. I don't know if I can say we won't see again because of where we're moving now with the way everybody takes care of their bodies and some of the treatments that are out there. And, that's great. That's the evolution of sports and sports medicine. Scotty's ready to say something here. But I think the comparison is not necessarily fair because LeBron's body of work is so huge. You can pick apart some of his failures. On the other side of that, when you talk about Michael Jordan, his career was somewhat compact, but at the same time, he didn't have much failure at all, right? Now, the one thing I do want to mention before Scotty can get in here, and then we'll get to a break and then talk about the Big 12 and Big 12 quarterbacks before we hear from Dallas Morning News and Fort Worth Star Telegram and Dallas Sports Radio talk host legend Randy Galloway. When Jordan, here's my thing about LeBron and Luka, right? When Michael Jordan came out of retirement and joined the Bulls in 1994, when he came back to playing, I'm sorry, it was 95. It was the spring of 95. And they lost to the Magic in the Eastern Conference Finals. That was a team that had been put together late in the season. It was like, oh, Michael's back. Everything's going to be fine. Like, it takes a minute. And I think that that's what we saw with the Lakers this year. The addition, this is not like, because I was here joking yesterday with Scotty earlier this week, like, well, you've got LeBron and Luka. Why aren't you winning a title? It's not that simple. And JJ Redick being a first-year head coach, I don't think that helps. I think he's like in his process, but I don't think that helps.